Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So in this video, we're going to take out the optional boss that came with the Daisy Ensemble. And keep in mind that you do have to have beaten the level 80 dungeon. Each of those 4 bosses have to be dealt 4.5 billion damage or more in order to unlock this, which is in Space-Time Rift. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. Okay, so this boss is very tough and requires at least 2 teams of opposite elements. Keep in mind that the wing is the one that's vulnerable to wind and fire, and the rider is the one vulnerable to water and earth. Also, if you target the beast body, it will actually counter based on the strength and number of attacks targeted at it. And so AoEs are actually not preferred. You want single target hits, and it also matters with this large turn 2 AF that you kill off one body part before you start targeting and bringing the beast's body to its first HP stopper. So note that I am using AS Daenerys to obviously kill the wing off first, and then after that only that I used Riki Conquest and cleared the rider. And by doing that and killing the wing first, then you allow the beast body to only be vulnerable to water and earth. And keep in mind, I want to do it this way because my most powerful DPS on this Magic Zone team is my earth units. I do have 3 earth units on my team. Obviously AS Chio, AS Myris, as well as AS Clark. Okay, so during the first AF, I did cast obviously the boosting move before doing multiple stacks of the Turbulence Death with AS Daenerys. And that actually really important because it gives type attack plus 50% for 3 turns or 3 moves, which is essential for AS Daenerys to clear off the wing. He is really our only DPS to kill off the wing other than AS Rosetta. Otherwise, after that, you can see there's a cycle of 4 different moves. First one right outside the HP stopper is a magic attack, and so you definitely do want to have shielding. Magic Cloak does give you type resist and a heal to counter. Also, you do have, and then turn 2 is 3 single target physical attacks. So if you look at my loadout, I do actually have Grasta that occasionally causes power down, and that is a Grasta Ore enhancement on one of my Pain Grastas. And then finally, the third turn is another AoE that is based on the number of hits against the boss per se. Once you bring it down to the 50% HP stopper, we're going to repeat the same kind of cycle and same kind of targeting against these boss. You want to kill off the wing first, again as usual, and then kill off the rider before bringing the body to the HP stopper. And the body does have a third HP stopper at maybe about 20% or so. I'm not sure if it's 15 or 20%. Again, if you do this incorrectly, the body will now absorb all elemental types, in which case you just end the fight right there. You just reset it. There's no way to penetrate that shielding. And so if you do it this particular way, being that, like I said, my main DPS are all earth, kill off the wing first, then kill off the rider, and then the body will be vulnerable to water and earth, of which we have multiple earth units on our team. After this, since we now hit the last HP stopper, it's just a matter of surviving. I'm going to use, again, the same cycle that I did before. Note that this is called the one-hit grudge. So if you hit it multiple times with different elements, it'll do a 2 or 3 hit grudge instead, which was more powerful. So limiting to one type of element seems to be the best. After that, that's it. We just ended it with the last Transform Claw. Note that when it's not vulnerable to wind, as in absorbs wind, we just cast Magic Cloak with AS Daenerys. And we are finally done. This was a crazy fight.
Stop flexing, Dad.
Sometimes you just have to flex. This one was a crazy fight.
I technically helped you remember the boss's moveset.
Well, you know how dads get when they're old and their memory starts failing them. Anyways, in terms of the Grasta setup, I did have the occasional power down on Myris AS, and really I helped carry the almighty power beast on Myris AS because Daenerys, like I said, I relied on him to take down the wing, and so he really needed to be boosted with multiple Grastas, and obviously you have Grasta holders all over the place. Clark was actually not our main DPS, so carrying the Quake Grasta for our other 2 front lines. Meryl's carrying 3 Grasta, and then finally AS Chio, obviously with some Bullseye Ore. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.